got some big, exciting, incredible news to tell everybody today. And I mean, it's just, it really is amazing. It's like a miracle, right? But we'll get to that in a second later on. I do have some cool UFO videos to take a look at, so we'll be taking out those and we'll analyze those. And then we're also going to be discussing different tips for UFO hunting, because I'm always getting questions about UFO hunting. So every week I'm going to do an episode where I give you a new tip on different tools or ways to go about UFO hunting and stuff you can use, all right? So we're going to make sure we're going to check all that. Ah, Jesus Christ!
Buddy. Good to see you right down
scared the shit out of me.
Oh, sorry about that.
How'd you get in here?
A crowbar.
A crowbar?
No, never mind. Listen, I got some big important news to tell you. Guess what?
What?
Remember when I rocked out that 9 Inch Nails song? Yeah? Well, guess what?
What?
I'm a huge star now. And I got to perform for the president. A whole list of A-listers was passed up in order to let me get up there and spit some funky-ass rhymes. Mad skills.
Yeah.
I was
president. Because you're a president, you know how to rap, right? Yeah.
Yes, being president means automatically you know how to spit off rhyme. Duh.
Oh, come on.
Is that a challenge? Are you challenging me?
Come on, 8 Mile, bring it on.
I will rap and battle your ass right now, boy. You don't want any of this. Oh, bring it on, bitch. Down with the big Nicks, baby. Nixon. Let's do it. Sesame up, gonna get you knocked down. Louisville slug in your face in the ground. Not shoes, bitch, where you barefoot now. Straight sporting your kicks while I walk around town. When I throw down, drop bitches like a dime. Rockin' the always like a 300 at a time. Get your ass stopped while you're gonna sit by with a ton of fun and new when your bitch is now mine. You like who I am, you like what you see, but you're such a little bitch. So you sit when you pee, you're a punk, a fake, trying to pretend. And late last night I was fucking your girlfriend, and yes, it's the fact that I got a million rhymes. It only takes one to blow your fucking mind. I've no time for the rhyme, no time for the song, and I'm dropping that bass like I'm ripping this bong. Oh.
So I was getting a lot of comments about Tom DeLonge and from Blink-182 and the UFO stuff and everything, and so I decided to do a little video on it. I like this right at the beginning of this article from Rolling Stone. On a Sunday afternoon in San Diego, Tom DeLonge sits in front of a Mac in a darkened room watching or searching black triangle UFOs. Well, first of all, he's sitting in front of a Mac. That's his fucking problem right there. No offense, alien addict, all right? You know I love you. Get yourself a PC. But as you can see, he plays a clip of a mysterious glowing craft which hovers over Paris, disappearing in a flash of light. Conspiracy theorists refer to it as a TR-3B. DeLonge has been obsessed with what he calls the phenomenon. He can tell you about reports of triangular aircraft spotted over Belgium in 1990. He can tell you about the airships of 1897, blimp-shaped objects reported throughout the West over the course of 3 months. They went across the country and landed in certain cities, and mayors and senators met with the pilots, says DeLonge. Okay, first of all, I know the story that he's referring to. I've read it myself. And looking further into it, you actually come to find out that this story was written by this group that they were literally called a local liars club. And they would just make up bullshit, stuff. They, the same people that made up the airship hitting the windmill from a long time ago, which was a completely made up story. But I understand the stories that he's reading. But when you look into and you try to research those stories, they all lead to a dead end. They all lead to some dude just writing the fucking story. And so it's that's the difference. You have to be able to research and go into depth into what you're wanting to understand if you're wanting to know the truth. Otherwise, you just end up believing whatever bullshit you read online, and you got to be able to hold yourself back from that. And it looks like our friend DeLonge here went off the fucking deep end, and hopefully he hasn't gone off. He can bring himself back, but if he doesn't, he thinks he's reading the truth when he sees that video of the TR-3B in France. I know the video he's talking about. Well, let's take a look at it right now. All right, so I mean, we have a couple issues with this thing right off the bat. I mean, right here. This is the first issue. Look how slowly this craft is supposedly moving. And this guy cannot, for the life of him, stay on target. Is he fucking drunk? I mean, is he on a fucking boat right now filming this? What the fuck? Why? I mean, this thing is just sitting in the sky, just right there. Look, it's just sitting there, just like that. And this guy, I have no idea what am I doing? Because it's not real. It's clearly fake. A very good fake for back when it came out in 2009, but fake nonetheless. For the life of him, he cannot keep his camera still for nothing. Now, what gives it away is when it pans down and you see the city underneath. That's when you realize it is fake, because there is no activity in the city. Everything is frozen solid because it's just a photograph. Not to mention the fact that the picture or video is taken from a high point. It's not obviously taken from the ground, because you can see all the houses and stuff down below. So it's taken from a high point. It's obviously a picture taken from the Eiffel Tower, because it's not like it's on a mountain or something. There are no mountains around. And that's like, it's obvious. There's not even any tall buildings. I think there's like one other tall building that pissed everybody off out there. It was like, fuck that one building, you know? So it's like, it's obvious where it comes from. It's like, you know, you wouldn't get that shot from the ground. I mean, there's so many things you could just tell that are completely wrong with that. All right, so there is some footage from France that I think is really interesting and that should be looked at more. Well, stones are really cool. Isn't that cool? It's kind of neat. So this gentleman was filming this helicopter in his backyard, apparently. And this helicopter was just like flying around doing circles. He said it like almost landed. It came down to the ground. And he said he's like thought that it was looking for something, you know? And I mean, look at this thing, dude. It looks like it's about to fucking crash. Now, what happens is it was after he reviewed the footage that he saw something in it, which I think is kind of new. Now, see, I saw it right there. I could see why he would have stopped it and looked like, what the fuck was that? Because I saw it too. So I'm like, what is that? Which is really neat when you know, they check, you know, they actually check out the footage. It's pretty cool what happens. But there's a lot of shit going on that you don't even see. And one of the reasons like he was out there filming and stuff is because he'd actually been out there filming a couple times, and once he saw this object, he went back over his old footage and found some other objects and stuff. So okay, boom, right there. Now that's kind of hard to say. Now they say he's saying that it's been analyzed, and they're saying that it's definitely coming from behind the trees and stuff. And I'm gonna have to disagree with that. Not that, you know, that's not what's happening, but all I'm saying is that with the trees there, it being a lighter object, it could have easily been in front of the trees the whole time, and no light was getting to it. And so you weren't able to see it. And it's once it comes up past the tree line from your point of view, from your perspective, then you're able to make it out. It does look like it's coming back from behind there. I'm just throwing that out there, though. Oh, see, did you see that right there? Was anyone watching that? Check that shit out. Yep, see, look at that. And I mean, you can't really say, I mean, how close it is to the camera or how far away. So I mean, that's you know, next to impossible. Chances are it's probably something really close, maybe like a little leaf or a bug or something. But this one gets me. Okay, so we definitely see that thing taking off from the ground, going straight up. I mean, what bird takes off like that? I mean, are there birds that fly like directly straight up? I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of like French albatross or something I've never heard of, or that does that or something, maybe. And look at this little fucker. Like, he's always catching these weird things just zooming by. I mean, maybe he has a lot of pollen floating around. And what the fuck is that light on the mountain? Whatever it is, I don't trust it. So, in conclusion, Tom DeLonge, if you ever watch this, I know for a fact UFOs are real. 100% they do exist. Which is why it's okay that I debunk them. All right? That's what's important to know. That it's because they're real that I can go through videos and debunk them like nothing. It doesn't affect me in the least because I already know for a fact they're real. So back yourself up a little bit and, you know, and look at it with an open mind. What the fuck is that? A UFO proof shirt was being advertised on Rolling Stone. Fucking awesome! Alright, and now for your daily tip of UFO hunting tips and tricks. Alright, so one thing that's really important is having the right kind of equipment. That's a necessity, is you got to have good equipment. And the piece of equipment we're going to talk about today for a good tip is lasers. Right off the bat, that's the number one thing I get for if I had to give up anything, if I had to give up everything, I could only keep one tool. My laser would be what I would keep. When it comes to lasers, there are different types of lasers. You don't want a cheap red dot laser of a cat's toy. It's not going to do you any good. All right, what you're looking for is a high-powered laser, but you have to remember, be careful with them. You will blind yourself. You will blind other people. Do not shine it at airplanes. Do not shine it at cars or fuck around in any way. Oh, if you use it like for astronomy, pointing out stars and stuff. If we look at this laser right here, all right, now this is a modified 301 laser. It's actually mixed between two lasers to make this one, so that way I could fit 2 AA batteries in it, which I think works out rather well. So you can see how powerful this is. We'll see here. All right. Boom. Oh yeah. Look at that fucking thing, dude. But you have to remember to be careful, especially with one like this. I'll cut a man in half with this fucking thing. Look at that. That's fucking bad as shit, dude. Yeah, you don't want none of this, okay? I will beam the shit out of you. But for real, be careful with the lasers, all right? Because they're not toys, although I use them like toys. Don't, all right? And what's even better than that, just besides the fact that it's just, you know, to get a laser, is a place where you can get lasers from. Laser Masters RU is a website that UFO Proof, Real UFO Proof, my website, will be working with and hopefully selling some of these lasers through our website. But until then, you can go to his website, which is lasermasters.ru. All right, go check it out. He's got the most incredible lasers you could possibly imagine. Also, I want to point out the new merchandise that I have at my website. So you can go there, hit the drop-down menu for the UFO warehouse, and go and check out some of the stuff. We have a new fleece blanket that looks awesome. Got a new fucking belt. We've got some headphones that look awesome. I got some shoes. All this shit's crazy expensive for some fucking reason, man. But literally, man, I make like $2 off a $60 pair of headphones. Fucking bastards, man. But I figured, hey man, it's just, if you guys want some cool merchandise, man, I can't wait to get me some. So it's going to be freaking awesome. So go there and check it out. And if you've ordered any UFO proof merchandise, take a picture of it and send it to me. Like my boy right here. Check that out. Look at Sebastian rocking that. Oh, that's fucking baller. Come on. How cool is that? And now it's time for my big announcement. All right. The incredibly miraculous, amazing event that has happened in my life. And I just want to share it with everybody. But it turns out that I am having a baby. With my girlfriend, of course. Yep, you know, and I was like, that's just the greatest thing that could have ever happened to me. I mean, it really is. And I couldn't love her anymore. I mean, she's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. And now this will be the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I don't really care. I'm just happy to know I'm going to be a father. That's just incredible. And it really is like a miracle too, because she's 6 weeks pregnant and we haven't had sex for 4 months. All right, you guys, UFO proof. Confused.